All right, sports fans and fellow anglers, your guy Dave. And before I roll tape on my last trip today on the San Diego offshore, final trip of the season for me, as I wrap it up and put my gear away, I just want to say that this year for me was very epic. A lot of changes occurred. I met a lot of people. I learned more than ever before. I also want to say that to the San Diego crew, Captain Matt, dude, you're so awesome, man. Any of you guys starting off in the beginning and before you get into the trips and you want to do full days before you start doing overnights and 1.5s, I highly recommend the San Diego's crew. Fisher, Andrew, see, all these guys, man, are the shit. They're it. Okay. Now I do want to give a couple shout outs. So because of San Diego Tackle Traders off a Convoy Shaw line, the brothers, twins, John. Those guys, man, because of them, my upgrades were phenomenal this year. I took all my old tackle, my Toriums 16, 20 Avits that I had, old rods that I had. I think I also traded in something else I don't remember. But I took a lot of my gear, which was mediocre, and upgraded. And now I'm looking at, for example, this Talica 16 sitting on a beautiful United Composite Raptor is I'm gearing up for next season for going on longer range trips. So thank you guys for taking all my tackling and giving me a reasonable price so that I could afford the gear that I've got now. I've got my Talica 12 sitting on another United Composite and the Raptor. And this jig stick I got sitting on my Axis 10 Phoenix rod. Todd Wilson, buddy, Todd, you know you gave me a good deal on that Trinidad 28. That was amazing, bro. Thank you for that deal. See, it's the networking, man. The whole experience of fishing is all great. I want to shout out to Paul. Paul, I met on the San Diego. Paul, the rod you made me for my Penn 15 star drag worked like a champ. Okay, we were hitting schools of yellowtail and everybody on the boat limited, and that's always a good day. My Tranks 500, I bought that from a guy on an app called OfferUp. Good price for that one. And then my Trinidad 16, that is also another good rod and reel. So I'm gearing up for next season, guys. I'm going to start doing some half days and I'm sorry, 1.5, 2 days, and I'm hope to do an 8 day. That's the goal. All I need to do now is get probably a Talica 25 or 30, and I think I'll be able to handle the big dogs when I get out there. Now, what I want to talk about before I show you the video too is, listen guys, you need to find something you're passionate about, because for me at work, I see a lot of stressful things, man, in the hospital. Things I wasn't prepared for, actually. But anyway, fishing, for me, that's it. Like, it puts me in that serenity, right? It puts me in that exhale mode. And the group of people, like today, I met a group of guys, man. Colorado, I see you. They were killing it with the hookup baits on the yellowtail today. They were on the bow, tossing, getting away from the chaos and mayhem. And they were just out there doing their damn thing, man. Good meeting you guys. You guys are good fishermen. And that's another thing. Like, I was probably the only guy on that boat today with a tan. But you know what? We were all anglers. It wasn't about political things. It wasn't about black, white. It was just about angling, fishing. That's all it was, man. That's what fishing is to me. I don't give a damn your station in life, how much money you make. If you're a good person, you're out there having fun like me, hey, we're all in the same game. That's how I feel about it. So without further ado, guys, again, it's my last trip of the day, season, so I say. If I do go out again, you guys, you'll probably see me on a half day with my daughter, because she still likes to fish. That was another bonding moment that I love and I cherish, and I'll always remember when she was 11 years old. Now she's out there doing her thing. You've seen her on videos. So take care of yourself, upgrade your gear, listen to the deckhands, appreciate the deckhands, right? And just be a good person overall. Peace. I'm not too sure about the weather conditions today. The water's still a little bit choppy. Swells are 2 to 3 feet. It's kind of cool out here. Definitely windy. I don't know how dude to sleep on his face, but he is. That takes real dedication right there. So we only got about 27 anglers on the boat today. And I have to get out here, man. I know it's November, I know it's late in the season, but I need to get my addiction fed at least one more time. I got canceled twice in October, so that wasn't a good thing. Have to get this last one in. They got, what, 155 yesterday? So I think when we come across the very first patty, that's going to tell the whole story right there. Probably got about another 45 minutes to travel before we start getting those lines wet. I didn't know Fisher had his captain's license, man. Damn, why isn't he a captain yet? Anyway, stay tuned, people. Still rather be on the water. I'd still rather be on the water. All right, sports fans, starting off the first stop, the first kelp patty we see. It's 9 o'clock right now, so we should be approaching the fields. My pin, Star Drive 15, 20 pound. It feels kind of sketchy throwing 20-pound test line on the first stop, not knowing the size of the schools. But depending on the numbers, I don't think it'll be too big a school. I want to give a shout out for my buddy Paul, who I met on the San Diego last year, early in the year. Put together this rod for me. As you can see, it matches my pin. So light tackle is the way to go, and we're gonna see what happens. So controllers are out, anglers are on deck, ready to make it happen. Just waiting on word from the captain. All right, sports fans, as I called it, the first stop did in fact yield a yellowtail, ranging between 8 and 15 pounders. Not bad for a first stop. Just about everybody got on that first stop. It was a good one. So the first patty yielded. It's still early in the morning. I'm sure it's going to warm up. I'm expecting more bites. I broke in the Pathum 15 on the first stop. Happy about that. So I was using 20-pound test, and it worked out. So here we go, on to the next. All right, sports fans, I want to call this the hookup crew. So these guys are using hookup baits, and they were hooking up from the bow, and everybody's else in live bait in the back. So I switched up with them, and I started getting big.
Already limited.
Yeah, baby, already limited. There you go. The hookup crew, doing hookup things.
Right.
All right, sports fans, so we're right around 10 a.m. I think half the boat had limits on yellowtail. We're still hoping for something different, another species. Captain Matt is, again, diligent as ever. I love fishing with that guy. We only got 27 anglers on the boat, so it's not too bad. And out of these 27, only one guy doesn't follow his line. I had to keep instructing him. But if you look at it statistically, that's not bad. And it's that guy right over there in the Army camouflage hat. Blue line, he can't see it. Why? But anyway, other than that, still a pretty good day, and it's starting to warm up a little bit. So going on 11 o'clock, day's not over yet. We still got a few more hours to fish, and I remain optimistic on another species coming out. Stand by. All right, sports fans, so November 2nd ended up being a pretty good trip. Even though it was really cold in the morning, the water was pretty bad, pretty choppy. We finally got to our first stop around 9:30. The first stop yielded yellowtail immediately. You know, of course, it was a rat bonanza, but it was still caught. Second stop, same thing, a little bit bigger, but they were biting. So we had limits around 10:30, 11 o'clock already on the boat. Now we're headed back in, and this is going to be probably the first time of the year that I actually came in on time. See what time we got right now. It's 1:25. Yeah, we normally don't start heading in until 3 o'clock on this boat. But because we found schools that were yielding, it's pretty much over. We don't do any bottom fishing on this boat, not the San Diego people. So my last day of the trip, I guess I ended up with a decent day. Got limits early. I tried everything. I was actually using hookup bait and getting my yellowtail to bite that, which felt good. We're trolling right now. We're headed on the way in, but it's pretty much over. Uh-oh, he said scan, scan. Come on, Captain, find one more school. How about some yellowfin, huh? How about that? Wouldn't that be nice? I said this is going to be my last trip of the year. Who believes me? Who believes me? Who thinks I'm not going to go out anymore until next year? Doing half days and 2 or 3 day trips, overnighters. We'll see. All right, sports fans, it's over. I never saw so many people take whole fish. That's a lot of people taking whole fish. I probably took one, but at this size, it probably makes sense too. So again, we had a good trip on to San Diego. Good shout out to the crew. Andrew's always there, Fisher's always there, CJ's there. These guys are, you know, they work hard. They do their thing, man. Take care of your deckhands, as I said in an earlier video. And 27 anglers did their thing. Had a good trip.